Ladies and gentlemen, today, me and Remo have convened a peace talk, a much needed peace talk. We got Tay Savage fresh up out the joint, along with, from merry old England, perhaps the greatest living YouTuber, Traplo Ross.
Appreciate that, man. What's good, Tay?
What's up?
We're in the building together, man.
So you guys squashed any animosity that took place at the bowling alley, or can we talk about what happened with that?
Yeah, I mean, we basically chopped it up. You feel me? You know, he was telling me like his point of view. You feel me? And I was telling him my point of view.
He's a fan, as he said about 18 times in that video. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
That's all I could think of at the time, man. I was under pressure. I was thinking like, I gotta diffuse this situation, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and your ass lied too, because I just seen the thing when y'all with what's the name of
4 extra.
them? You said that me and my manager said no, keep it up. That's not true. You never once offered to take it down. You said, well, this is what I do. I'll change stuff if you want. But I mean, it's already at 1 million views. So like, I ain't gonna lie, at the end of the day, we all are entertainers, whether you're a rapper or you are. So, clout is good. People try to make it seem like clout is bad. At the end of the day, you need a certain amount of clout to do what you're trying to do. So that's cool. But it was just that type of tension with him. Was saying, and then like what I was saying too, like how he was saying, like it's information that was already out, but it was just the point that how you put it all together. Like and then I always told you I'm not trying to control your channel. Like I ain't like what I'm saying, I ain't trying to say I never once said that. You feel me? I was just saying like, damn. Actually, what really pissed me off is because I had first seen you posted in the back of the Maybach, and I tapped in with you because I'm like, hey, let me at least let's do it together. I'm like, if you're gonna do it, let's do it together. You feel me? But I guess you had other plans already and you just dropped it. You feel me? I was just like, I wasn't trying to say pay me or nothing. I was just saying like, hey, I see you finna do that. Let's do it together. Maybe we could, you know what I'm saying, do something that you probably never did before, do it with somebody. But yeah, like, most of that shit was really false though. And then I just ain't like it because, you know what I'm saying, I was just,
But that stuff is beneficial as a rapper, right? Regardless if it's true, it increases the myth around you.
Yeah, because of the way the internet is right now. The internet that's why you got guys that's actually doing real murders and then talking about it on the internet like open murders, not even shit that they beat, because they feel like that's what you need. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna say these type of platforms, but platforms like this make that like draw that image to where they think that this is what they need. They think that they need to do shit like that. In my eyes, they think like I haven't met Lil Jeff. I ain't meet Lil Jeff and shit, but you know what I'm saying. Like I've been watching them since I've been out, and I feel like like they not saying not saying nothing bad. Like I just feel like that's what they feel like that they like. That's how they coming. But it's the internet is really the police. Like it's really policed out. All this shit is being monitored and it can't be took or nothing.
Okay, but you tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like, circle back to 2011, 2012, the world finds out about what's really going down in Chicago in terms of the gangs and the young kids and the street shit. And the world is like horrified. Can't believe it. Fast forward to 2024. It's almost like the average fan has so learned the rules of how shit goes down in the streets that henceforth you get people commenting slide for Vaughn, people commenting like, all this crazy shit because they've watched this shit play out enough. They've heard enough Durk lyrics. They've heard enough lyrics from all these dudes that they kind of like know what is expected of dudes. And as a result, the fans seem like bloodthirsty mother because they feel like they understand the code of this shit, which to some extent they do because people are so open on the internet,
Yeah, which I agree.
I appreciate you breaking it down for me, man. Like I said, when I first met you, like, I'm coming from it from a fan perspective. And also it's like, it's not my objective to try and like get somebody in trouble. I'm coming from it from a perspective of a fan of you and also a fan of the music. And it's like, you were making a lot of noise already with your interviews and with your songs. Like you had a lot of really big songs that were making a lot of noise. And really, I understand the responsibility I have as far as like, I do bring a lot of extra attention to what you got going on. But also it's, that stuff was there. That stuff was what people were talking about. And I think one of the things that I always try and remind people is like, I think a lot of people see maybe the videos like titles or they see clips and it's kind of like, oh, you're putting all these bodies on people. But it's almost like, sometimes I feel like people got to read between the lines because often in videos, like in your video, there's bodies they put on you on Reddit that I say in the video. I'm like, yo, they saying this on Reddit, but actually that ain't really what happened. There's a whole other reasons. There's a whole other alternative theories for 100%. These things they're putting on you in this video. So it's almost like, you know, sometimes I think people make their judgments, or like, you know, you see a video that's 2.5 hours and you just think like, you're just going to be talking crazy. But it's like, when you break it down, you know, I try and be thoughtful about the way that I communicate information. And at the end of the day, it's like, the reason someone like me is making a video about you is because you're popping as a rapper. Like, you're out here actually making, you have motion as a rapper, and you're going to have people like me, you're going to have people like Flacco, you're going to have people like Remo, all making content about you know?
And I agree. And I know you can't, bro, I try to be a realist, you feel me? I know you can't go, hey, look, Walter Ben, I know you can't do that, like, try to control them on the page and all that shit. I know that, like he was saying, I know that I could say something and you could take it away how you feel, and you could be like, you could either be like, oh yeah, you might got a point and listen, or you might say, fuck me, and then it could be a situation when we see each other, it could be that. But I ain't gonna lie, bro, I really be on some chill shit. I ain't one of the ones that be all rah, 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 rah. Like, I don't feel like I gotta do that.
For real, man.
So I don't really do that. I like to get an understanding before, if anything.
Did you watch the full documentary?
Hell yeah. At first I didn't. For a long time I ain't watched it.
Yeah, because I remember you telling me, like, I can't watch it.
I think you told me.
I told you
nah,
about
bro,
it before it came out, and then that's when I think I put y'all in contact.
No, I think you told me watch it. At first, remember, I didn't even watch it for you. Like, nah, bro, just check it out. Just watch it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. And I watched it.
And then, all right, so, because at first you were saying you was gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So what was your final thoughts when you seen the whole thing in its entirety? Like, what's your final thoughts on, like, how he did on it?
I mean, by me knowing me, I was just kind of like, what the f-? You know what I'm saying? I feel like he a hell of a researcher and shit. Like, he do his research. But yeah, I was just like, what the f-? I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I did appreciate that he put some music, and then he did put my YouTube handle in there, whatever.
Yeah, I tried to promote all your stuff and like talk about your deal and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I really tried to end on a positive note and really try and talk about like how you're pushing peace, pushing positivity, actually taking this music lane seriously,
100%.
you know what I'm saying? And really setting an example for the next generation of people coming out your city, right? Because the amount of people that are taking the wrong route in Chicago in this generation is crazy, right? And I feel like,
100%.
again, it was just important to me, like, obviously, you know, your past is your past, and you've been through a lot of stuff over the years, but like, where you're at this day and age, you're doing something positive. You're out here, obviously you had a situation, you went back inside for a bit, but you're back outside, like, you know, really setting an example and letting people know that, yo, you can do something positive with your time here and your freedom, you know what I'm saying? And that was something I wanted to inject into the video, and also just like talk about everything, positive and negative. And I think one of the things that often gets missed in the hip hop media is so many people talk about the negativity. And I know people hate on me and say that I'm the police or that I'm pushing the wrong kinds of image, but I always try and put like a positive side on things as well. Like, I always try and show people as 3-dimensional, you know what I'm saying? Like, not just trying to paint someone as a villain. Like, I really tried to paint you as like 3-dimensional, the things you've been through, the area you're coming out of, like the history, the problems you're dealing with growing up and shit, you know what I mean? So for me, it's super important to just try and like really be like honest and fair and like detailed when it comes to like painting a picture of someone's character. So I definitely wasn't trying to assassinate your character or like put a negative spin on your story, you know?